So we're going to look at factorising 6x squared minus 11x plus 4. So first of all, we'll check for common factors, but there are no common factors of 6, negative 11 and 4. So we can go straight into using the grid. And in this box is always the x squared term. In this box is the number on its own. When I multiply those together, so 6 times 4, 6x squared times 4 is 24x squared. Well, that diagonal times together is the same as that diagonal times together. So I know I need two numbers that times together to make 24x squared. So two numbers that times together to make 24x squared. And I also need two numbers that add together to make, I've used the 6x squared, I've used the plus 4, so I need to make the negative 11x. So I can see that if it's two numbers that times to get a positive, but then this answer is negative, both numbers must be negative. So I end up using negative 8x and negative 3x. So negative 8x and negative 3x, negative 8x and negative 3x. So I can put those in either box. So negative 8x and negative 3x. And now I need to look at the highest common factor. So let's pick this row. So what goes into 6x squared and negative 8x is 2x. And then I can do the highest common factor of this column. So 6x squared and negative 3x is 3x. And now I really need to think carefully because this box is negative, but this one's positive. So both of these numbers times together must make plus 4, but these boxes need to be negative. So that's going to be a negative, and that's going to be a negative as well. Because 2x times what makes negative 8x? Well, 2x times negative 4 makes negative 8x. And negative 4 times what makes plus 4? Negative 1. If I didn't put my negative there, negative 4 times 1 is just negative 4, not plus 4. So I definitely need that negative there. So my two brackets are 3x minus 4 and 2x minus 1. So 3x minus 4 and 2x minus 1. So we're going to do something similar with this next one. So are there any common factors of 8x squared, negative 18x and plus 9? No, so we can go straight into doing our grid. In this box is always the x squared term, so 8x squared. And in this box is always the number on its own, so plus 9. These numbers times together make the same as these numbers times together. So 8x squared times plus 9. 8x squared times 9 is 72x squared. So these two numbers times together to make 72x squared. So two numbers that times together to make 72x squared. We've found the 8x squared, we've found the 9, so we just need to make sure they add to negative 18x. So also need two numbers that add to make negative 18x. So thinking about it, it's not going to be 8 and 9 again because negative 8 and take negative 9 is not negative 18. I know they both must be negative numbers because a negative times a negative is a positive, and a negative add a negative becomes obviously further into the negatives. So it ends up being negative 12x times negative 6x. So negative 12x times negative 6x, and then negative 12x add negative 6x. So I can put those either way round. So let's do negative 12x and negative 6x. So highest common factor of this row, what goes into 8x squared and negative 12x? Well, that's 4x. What goes into 8x squared and negative 6x? Well, that is 2x. And then 4x times what makes negative 12x is negative 3. And 2x times what makes negative 6x? Or negative 3 times what makes plus 9. So that must also be a negative 3. It can't just be a positive 3 because negative 3 times positive 3 is negative 9. But we need a plus 9, so there must be a negative there. So my final answer is 2x take 3 and 4x take 3.